Shalom YouTube, this is Yas Magnified, come back with another video. This video is titled Pursuit of Happiness. So with that being said, let's get to the subject matter at hand. Oh yeah, but before I get on that, I forgot, man, it's 1:48 p.m. and I was told, by Wassail Bay and the Sham Frosters that if I didn't take my video down by 12 p.m., it was gonna get ugly. Or by noon, in his words, it was gonna get ugly. So what happened to him? Like he always do, it beats me, but I already know, like he always do, he make empty promises, and he trying to, like I said, guys, he's exactly like the child support agency, He trying to get me to consent to do something by threat. Bruh, if they couldn't get me to consent by threat, what you think you gonna be able to do? And they have a whole army behind them. And you don't have nobody but you and Kish. You hear me? So, and you two clowns can't, stop nobody from doing nothing. As we can see, as I have proved. So stop making them bogus videos, because you keep doing it to yourself, and I keep telling you, bruh, don't keep playing with me. So with that being said, let's get to the subject matter at hand. But as you see on the screen, it says the Declaration of Independence. Right, it was made on July 4th, 1776. But I just want to read this short part of it. It says, "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal." Notice it said all men, not non-custodial or custodial parents, which are basically things. They only things. They're fictitious entities, straw men. They don't exist. They only exist on paper. See, they are created by man. Man not created by their creator, the Most High. So we are under his guidelines, his laws, not their legals. You see? And another thing, he keep asking the question, saying that nobody knows what the Black Law Dictionary is. Going back to Wassail. Bruh, I know what the Black Law Dictionary is. But I know you're not going to pay me up when I tell you. So ain't no point for me but telling you what I know that the Black Law Dictionary is, because I know you're not going to put the money in nowhere you say it. But let's continue on. It says that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, which is true, you see? So we have rights that cannot be taken away from us as men and women. But if you go in there and you give your rights away by claiming to be a fictitious person, then you don't have those rights anymore as a man or a woman. You now are underneath legalese. You see? So they treat you as what you say you are. So with that being said, let's continue reading. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that's what we're there for. We're here for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Can't no man come between that. That's granted between us and the Most High. He gave us all that. So, yeah. And if you let a fictitious entity such as the Child Support Agency, an agency with limited liability, come in and control your life, then yeah, you guys are, you got to continue to fight, man. Don't let them control your life. These are fictitious businesses, man. So, with that being said, let's continue reading. That to secure these rights, governments and instituted among men derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. You see? So you have to give them consent to be governed. You see? So if they can't provide proof that you consented as a living man, then they have no case, man. You see? They have no case. You guys just making it harder than what it is. The guys who I talk to and they deal with me, they know. They know what's going on. They know the game. I put them onto the game. They know it just like I know it. And those brothers, they fighting right now, just like I was fighting. They once they get their day in court, that's it. They gonna have dismissals like I had my case dismissed. And that's not a game by any means. And then another thing, how they get you guys, is when you go to court, right? And they call your name, you answer that name, and that name is also known as the custodial or the non-custodial parent. That's what I keep trying to tell you guys. You can't, it's like man, you just can't fall for the trap, man. So I'ma go to I don't know what state I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do a state, and I'm gonna show you the difference. I'm gonna show you guys that child support does not handle custody. So if your child mom never been to court and you and her for custody in court, there's no way she can go straight to the child support agency and they automatically grant her custody. Why? Because child support cannot deal with custody. So if they do not deal with custody, they cannot grant it either. You see? So that's another way that you guys can get off. Just say, look, man, you calling her, you granting her to be a custodial parent when we never really been to court for custody. Or you just ask the judge a simple question. Your Honor, he's gonna say yes. I'm gonna say, they say, do child support handle custody? Can they grant custody? They'll say no. Okay, if they can't grant custody, then how can you call her the custodial parent? If we haven't been to court to see who is the custodial parent and who's not. He can't answer the question because he cannot grant custody. If he can say, well, the child go to school in that area, again, out of his own mouth, he stated he do not handle custody. He cannot grant custody. So if he can't grant custody, he can't appoint her to be a custodial parent, and he can't appoint you to be a non-custodial parent. That must be done in the custody court, not the child support court. And I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. Okay, guys, as you can see, this is the Virginia Department of Social Services webpage, right? Now, I'm underneath child support frequently asked questions, right? Now, let's go right here. Just to prove a point that, you know, what I was saying. Here it is. Custody and visitations, right? Let's go down to number 27. Who should notify DCSE if a child's custody change? If DCSE has a case for a child, both the custodial and the non-custodial parent should notify DCSE in writing of a change in custody and provide either a copy of a court order that shows the custody change or school or other government records that reflect who has physical custody of the child. Again, so like I said, on here on number 27 it says either a copy of the that shows the custody change. So that means that custody is done in a totally separate court. But let's see child support said it so. Let's go down to 28. Can DCSE help with questions or problems about custody or visitations? No, DCSE can problems about custody or visitation. These issues must be addressed through a private attorney or the court system. Many courts have mediation services that can be used to resolve disputes about custody or visitation. So again, so when you get in there, as I stated earlier, guys, you get in there and you know you ain't never been in front of a custodial, never been with your child's mom, or should I say your offspring mom, in front of a judge and inside of a custody court. But the first thing she do is run you down to child support court, and then child support try to make her the custodial parent and make you the non-custodial parent. You can easily reject that, you know, and just tell them, look, ask the judge, like I said earlier, do you guys handle visitations or custody? They're going to automatically say no. Okay, if you can't handle visitations or custody, then where's your authority to appoint her to be custodial parent and then appoint me to be non-custodial parent? Boom, you got them trapped. Because out of their own mouth, they're going to say they can't deal with, they don't answer custody. So even if they say, well, the child lives with her, but okay, cool. According to, you know, that's what you perceive, but out of your own mouth, you don't deal, the child support court doesn't deal with custody. So if child support doesn't deal with custody, and we never been in front of a custody court, then you have no authority to grant her custody or grant me the non-custodial parent. So with that being said, it's a wrap. But let's dig a little bit deeper. We can go down to the common glossary of child support terms. Hold on. Okay, guys, as you can see on the screen, it says non-custodial parent, or NCP. The parent who does not have primary care, custody, or control of the child. You see? So that's the definition of a non-custodial parent. So now let's go to custodial parent. So non-custodial parent does not have primary care, custody, or control of the child. Okay, so let's go to custodial parent. Custodial parent, or CP. The person who has primary care, custody, and control of the child. You see? But now let's look at the custody order. Custody order. legally binding determination that establishes with whom a child should live. So if you don't have a custody order, but you're in child support court, then the judge can't determine who the child lives with because it only comes from a court. It's legally binding. I mean, it has to be there before you enter into any child support and to be determined if you a custodial parent or if a non-custodial parent. That's a totally different thing. So let's go right here to custody. Custody of children. The term applied to the care and control of minors that are awarded by the court to one party during a separation or divorce proceeding. You see? So if they take you straight, like say if you and your child or offspring mother was never married, and she just runs straight down there to apply for child support appoint her custodial parent and appoint you non-custodial parent, that's illegal. They can't do that. Because custody must be granted from a custody court. And the child support agency can't appoint someone to be a custodial or non-custodial parent. You see, guys? So with that being said, this is something else I'm just letting you guys know. Another slight jewel I'm dropping. So for the guys who aren't married and they just getting dragged to these courts and they automatically are being called non-custodial parents because they feel as though, they can grant it when they don't have the right to grant it, they have no leg to stand on, especially in the regular child support court. So with that being said, y'all be blessed. Continue to fight. Don't give up. Like I said, no matter what, I'm here. And I'm going to continue to apply pressure. So with that being said, shalom, YouTube. Peace.